Okay. You got the stream link when you put that up? Okay.
My mic turned off. Oopsie. Stream's up.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Welcome
start
to the
recording on it.
okay.
The backup.
Uh so welcome to the Instacart 500 from Phoenix for the Fanta Cup series, and I am Thunder, joined by once again joined by Matthew Hill. Glad to have
Hello.
you, Matt. And we're ready to deal with 156 laps, I believe, here in Phoenix. So that'll be fun. Saw the shell race yesterday, and that was a pretty big thriller.
Yeah, I mean it started off pretty uh chaotic, I would say, and then ended up finishing pretty much very tame.
Yeah, and yeah, there were a lot of big moments in there. But anyway, from a driver's perspective, what do you say? What do you think about this racetrack, Matthew, and how it's shaped?
I mean it's a very unique track to say the least. Honestly, definitely really difficult. A few bumps that you might want to avoid. But overall, you really just want to focus on making passes as fast as you can because you cannot waste much time on that. We saw in yesterday's race that if you waste just the slightest amount of time, then you are gonna struggle and lose time.
And a couple new beautiful paint schemes in the field, starting with this one as we were just viewing it. The 25 running this beautiful patriotic colored paint Exalta paint scheme. This is actually his car that will be run in the Fanta 600. But the reason why he's doing it for this weekend is, this is the um, this is the week of September 11th, and that was an event in American history that no one's gonna forget. And you know it's great to see him pay tribute to all those lives lost. And I
Yeah,
think Matthew Hill too. I think his car. Where is he at on the track? There he is. I think this car is also kind of loosely based on that 911 on the 9/11 attacks as well.
I mean more based on just first responders in general, but definitely does highly relate to those attacks. As we know, first responders, definitely one of the biggest amounts of lost lives on top of civilians.
You hit it spot on right there. Um, well, what else is there to talk about? We talk about well, we also got this new Coca-Cola machine for Brandon Beal. You know, one of the other Coke drivers, Coca-Cola racing family drivers,
Yeah, it was
looking at this
originally supposed to run
37
it at Atlanta and then just never got made until
and trying to get this 37 car back into victory lane for the second time this season. Remember, just took the checkered flag home in Texas last
yeah,
week.
got his team their second win of the year.
Um, and you got the 87 right here, another HSR car with a brand new paint scheme, the Energizer Ford of Nikki right here.
So a lot of new
Um,
paint schemes kind of be rolling out.
yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of this car. And you also have the 8, which is pretty self-explanatory. I do not need to say anything there. But anyway, 156 laps of Phoenix. This is gonna be a good one. Already the fifth race of the Fanta season, so Gonna be interesting to see who comes out on top. Right now, it's Gaming Freak with the fastest lap and a tie with Moff with a 25.498.
Yeah, and I mean, practice is definitely where you see who has some of the fastest cars on the racetrack for these races.
And right now it's the 88 set in the fastest lap. But yeah, you're gonna see. I think you're gonna see a lot of increased passing at Phoenix. You saw how. I mean, obviously, you know how the shell race went.
Yeah,
So I
but
think it's gonna be an interesting race to watch.
you also got to remember, Leo, especially, he used up of um a lot of his stuff. Really, just kind of, really just kind of trying to fight the 76 all race yesterday, and all honestly just couldn't get around him.
Phoenix can really be a hard race to or hard track to pass at, I should say. And it's a very tight. These corners look very wide. I mean, I guess they are, but with the apron, that dog leg is not out of bounds, and you can use however much you want. Even in the corners, you can, but still, there there's not a lot of room for error at this racetrack. So Matthew's AFK. So we're gonna go a little bit deeper into practice here. So still top of the board is the 88 Game Freak. Pretty decent start to the season for him, I want to say. Ping me. Yeah, I'm gonna guess we could have another commentator up here. Let's bring. We did it yesterday.
Howdy, Thunder.
Hey,
Glad to be a part of this.
yeah, glad to have you up here, Ev. So, you know, considering what we saw in the shell race yesterday, um, what do you think that'll translate into what we see today in the Cup Series?
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a couple cars that are gonna be really good right away, and then there's gonna be a lot of cars that just don't do much all race. Like, I mean, you have to look at how it ran yesterday. We had Neon Rider who basically dominated that shell race from about lap 11 on.
Yeah, but that didn't come without any nail biters as that that we had that big wreck in turn 3 that set up the restart, but from there Neon kind of pulled away. Might see a little bit of a bump and run like we do with the 24 and the 10 year. These
Yeah,
guys
that.
getting their elbows out here at Phoenix.
Yeah, we should talk about Zevel, our points leader here in the 47. So ran well. I mean, he's only led 9 laps, but he's leading the points.
Yeah, that's 47's been quietly consistent. I think he got a top 10 last weekend at Texas.
And our highest running rookie right now is Slicks Flame in the 22. After Penske struggles all year last year, just finally have something going with the 22 car.
Slick Flame is kind of the backbone of Penske's kind of success right now, as Commander Brick still kind of struggling, but Slick Flame, I think he's up in like 11th, 12th in points.
Slicks Flame is actually third in points.
Oh, third. I didn't think he was that high.
Yep.
But what a start to the season for the rookie.
And yeah, Pontiacs this season. I mean, besides Zevel, Pontiacs this season have really not shown off a whole lot, flexed a whole lot of muscle. Pretty much besides So looking for rebound race. I'd say this might be a great spot for them to get their stuff ready.
But let's talk about, manufacturers who have won. We've seen, Ford, Toyota, and Chevy already come into victory lane, but the Dodges and Pontiacs still have yet to shine that light. So you think one of them gets it done at Phoenix?
I could see a Pontiac the way Zevel's been running. I feel pretty good about Zevel getting it done.
Yeah, Pius running Pontiac in practice right now is indeed Zevel in P12. Zevel we kind of saw he was inconsistent last season. This is a big turnaround for him as a driver and, that team in general. I mean, Johnny
Yeah,
they won a
definitely.
championship with Jessica last year, but Zevel was the first of the JBR cars to, be mathematically eliminated from chase contention. So it's going to be interesting to see what Zevel's got for the rest of the field in terms of the championship battle.
Yep.
So just waiting for Matthew to get back. He'll be back in a couple minutes.
And then, speaking of Matthew, he's the victor at our only short track of the year.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I would keep an eye on that 90 car.
he knows what it's like to win on this style of racetrack. As is he even on track right now? I don't believe so. Nope. Oh, there he is. He's in the pit.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're
So
gonna go.
definitely.
Go ahead.
Oh no, nope. You can go ahead. It's fine.
But I was gonna say I think we're just gonna go ahead into qualifying right now.
Sounds all right.
So all right, let's go through the starting lineup.
I'm back.
Hey, just in time.
Howdy, Matthew.
Hi.
So let's go over the starting lineup for tonight's race in Phoenix. So starting on the pole, I believe his first pole of the season, it's Joe Kwan in the 1, and two's outside will be the 56 of Truxman. And then it's the 15 of Kenyon. Had a really solid result, got a top 5 last weekend at Texas, and his driver Byrne is in the outside of him.
By the way, Thunder, that is Joe Kwan's first pole of the year.
Yeah, thank you. Then it's the 22 of Slick Flame, like you pointed out. Ev third in points, looking to build on that with great starting position and quadruped starting to along his outside. Then it is Brandon Beal in the 37, the new Coke Ford, and the 81 of Pavo. Won this race last year, looking to do it again. Then it's the 87 of Nikki, and the 25 is Thunder. Two new paint schemes in that row. Also, thank you for telling me halfway 78. That's the 3 of Mark and the 88 of Gaming Freak, two teammates. Then another teammate of Monster in the 8, and the 92 is Pendre. That's the 19 of Ebenezer and the 30 of Nickname. That's the 32 of Lynn and the 23 of Arthur, another two teammates. Then the 71 of Bailey Parker and the 5 of Legends. Then it's the 10 of Kyle, who's had a really rough start to the season, looking to build on it in Phoenix. And the 12 of Ryan. Then it's the 26 of Byron Fan and the 2 of Commander Break. Then the 98 of Patrick Miller and the 44 of Hector Daniel. Then it's Josh in the 24 and Zach in the 68. Then the stronghold of JBR right now, Zevel, alongside his teammate Giuseppe. Then it's the 18 of Fantona 500 winner Dudes Castro Neves, alongside NASCAR fan the 28. Then it's Matthew Hill and the First Responders Machine along King Barnabas. Then the 78 of Season 7 champion Quad Kid Boy, and the 91 of Craig Popchris. Then Moff in the 75 nearly won at this track in Season 6, and the 54 of NASCAR Fanatic. The 65 of Max Molina claimed his his first and only to this date shell title here in Phoenix. And starting his outside, another bad qualifying for reigning champ Jessica. Then two teammates will round out the field. It'll be Landon the 63 and Sean in the 97. So
Back to
interesting to see. Sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, back to Jessica. She has not had a very good start. I mean, her last two show races have been dismal, and this qualifying effort is definitely not the way she wanted her Phoenix weekend to start off.
And right now, Jessica is only 25th in points. She's had a very rough start to the season with only one top 10 in the first 4 races, only 3 laps led.
Still a long season, though. You never know what can happen here in Fanta.
Yeah.
And we've seen her be able to compete, but this season hasn't been one for the books so far. I mean, anything can change. It's still really early in the season. So far, not
Matthew,
what we were expecting.
you can continue, but I just want to say your mic's kind of sounds like you're underwater.
Sorry.
Yeah, well,
Wait, speak again.
Hi.
There you go. That's better.
It probably got slightly unplugged. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I need a better.
But anyway, still got under a minute until the cars will roll off here in Phoenix. Gonna save the
let's quickly talk about Pavo here for a second. He won here last year, and now he's second in points. So 81's had a great season so far. He could keep that up here.
Yep, and very consistent start to the season for Pavo. It's gonna be interesting to see, how a lot of stuff turns out for these drivers here in Phoenix. Joe Kwan, who's on the pole now, 11th in points.
I was gonna say Joe Kwan. He's been one of the most consistent drivers. May not be showing it in the points, but we've seen a lot of good runs out of him this season.
So there's the command to start engines, and we'll soon be underway for the Instacart 500 in Phoenix. We've got 156 laps on our hands. And it's going to be very interesting. Phoenix has definitely changed from, the way we've seen it. Obviously, the shell race, kind of points that out. But these drivers, they're a lot more. It's a lot more of a wider skill gap, which is going to make for some great racing in the long run. But unlike yesterday, it's a sunny day in Phoenix. Track's going to be pretty slick for these drivers. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle that in the first few laps.
Wonder if we're gonna see any wrecks like how we did in Shell. Some of those scary wrecks.
They'll definitely be aggressive in the early stages, but we're going to have to see how it goes from there. As Joe Kwan is going to lead the field into the restart zone, and we will be underway in Phoenix. Great launch by that one. So Joe Kwan will lead down to turn 1. You see already 4 wide. That was the 87, forcing it on his teammate, Brandon Beal. But they get through turn 2 unscathed so far. And you already see Byrne making a big move to the inside of his boss, Kenyon.
Yeah, and you can see Joe Kwan. He started on all 8 cylinders. Look at him. He's basically starting to get a little bit strung out with him and Truex fan. Maybe Kenyon as well.
Beal won last week. He would like to back that up with a win here.
Yeah, and don't forget last week that was a last to first.
Indeed was, as they're still kind of fanning out in the back here. See Monster running inside this top 10. Remember, he's had some pretty bad luck in that A car. So looking for at least one good result to maybe spark some momentum and point this 8 in the right direction in points.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely not the way he would want to welcome his campaign back into the Fanta Cup Series.
Still single file. Truex fan up the racetrack.
Jurgensen is a
Got to
Yep.
veteran. We know that he knows how to get it done. Just do we see him get it done today in his first win in the new generation of car?
We'll have
Joe
to see.
Quan's gonna have to hold off three Alliance cars of Truex Fan Parker Racing and 5 Hour Energy Racing right behind them.
Yeah, but we know Truex fan is a very. Oh, yellow's out. Caution. Max Molina.
Oh, he hit
And
Ooh.
Solar.
So 2-car wreck down the back straightaway. Puts us under the first yellow.
Teammates.
Gonna have to see what this one was for. Looks like. Oh, the 65 cuts
About
back
5
in.
wide.
5 wide just like yesterday. And Solar's just gonna keep coming down to Molina. He was
Ooh.
not clear. And
Poor
that's
Rick.
both around. Luckily, nobody else was involved except for the 54. I think he clipped the
Got a little
65.
piece of it, but he's fine.
Yeah.
That's
But
unfortunate.
both of them go spinning down the back straightaway.
As I was saying, you want to make passes really quickly.
So that will set them off off course.
Yeah, like what Matthew was saying, you have to make passes on these restarts, get as many positions as you can. Because once these cars get strung out, it's really hard to get by other cars.
But that's also the risky part of trying to make passes very early. You risk getting involved in an incident.
But looks like everybody's coming down pit road here.
I mean, Neon Rider, remember Neon Rider stayed out on this first caution, and he got the lead early. That's what got him that win. Doesn't seem like anybody else is gonna try to pull that strategy.
I think everyone's just coming to pit road. Some taking tires. I think Truex Fan's taking fuel only, and indeed he is. So he'll be out first on pit road. Joe Kwan's
Slick's
taking
Flame
4
is going to take
tires.
second.
Takes 2 tires. So
Beal's
does
going to
Brandon
get third.
Lynn and Joe Kwan will be 5th. And on this upcoming restart.
A wide range of strategies so far, and it's early in this race.
Yeah, I gotta wonder, what the right call is here. I think Truex Fan made the right call. I don't think you need tires lap 6.
I think lap 4 was a little bit early to make that change, but we'll see.
I don't mind the 2-tire call. I mean, for guys like Beal, Slick's Flame, Lynn, I don't mind that call at all. It gives them a little more grip, and the slick track might help them out here.
Yeah, and I mean, compared to yesterday it looked like we were about to have a monsoon. Today, it's nice and clear, not a cloud in the sky. It's a really hot day.
As you would expect in the deserts of Arizona.
Yeah, yesterday I believe you could probably get away with taking fuel only and being all right. But today I think it's a little bit different. Track temp's different. I just don't see Truex Fan succeeding with just fuel only. Might need a little grip.
Oh, these guys will. Oh, wow, Sean is having some problems on pit road. But I
Tough
thought those guys were all caught up, so we'll go green this time by. But Sean is still having some problems on pit road.
Tough break for him, the 97.
So he will go many laps down. So it's going to be interesting to see how that 97 can rebound. Maybe if we get a caution early, but he's got to get out of the pits soon as they're taking the green flag. '56 will lead the 22, along with the 37 just behind. Green flag.
And a really good restart by the outside lane. That's Slick's Flame in the 22.
Truex Fan, I think, he's still gonna hold his ground on the bottom here. Into turn 1, Lynn way up the racetrack. That's 3 wide right there.
But as we saw, the outside lane can get a good.
Oh
Oh,
my
whoa, he's
goodness!
pitting.
Car's coming to
So
pit
is
road. That's
Joke
on.
one.
And Truex wow, that is an
That's.
interesting call.
I don't know about that call.
Yeah, I don't know about it either.
That's a head scratcher for sure.
Yeah. We've seen in the past crew chiefs have made interesting calls. Come down pit road
Sean
right after
Hart
the
is
break.
off pit road.
And I think Sean is only 1 lap down. So right now, if we get a caution, we will get someone will get the free pass.
Yeah, his situation is somewhat salvageable.
It is very condensed in this in the rest of this field because of that stack up. But I'm not sure what that call was to
Yeah, I
pit.
mean, they were the 2 fastest cars.
And you see him coming off pit road.
So,
And we were talking about Pontiacs might having a shot here. I mean, you have the 32 and the 10 both in the top 5 right now.
So it's going to be Slicks Flame the leader, and last week's winner at Texas, Brandon Beals, is in second.
we've been seeing these HSR cars have been starting to kind of find their footing in a way. But on top of that, JBR, after making a change of manufacturer, I feel like this race is going to be a turning point. Oh, just as insane.
Spins him. Kyle spins down the backstretch. Oh, my goodness, and he's getting clobbered
upside
by
down.
Britt.
Oh my!
Over the pit wall.
And,
Oh my
goodness.
God. Quad Kid Boy.
Oh.
Champion 2 seasons ago.
What a
Wow.
huge wreck.
Oh my God.
I mean, we were just about to talk about the 10 car having a good day, and he gets turned by the 8. It's a heartbreaker for that 10 team.
Kyle's bad season continues. Let's take another look at it.
That
this looks like
a scary crash.
Oh, it looks like the 8. This looks like the 8 is just he kind of maybe misjudges the gap, and Kyle just turns him.
There's 2 guys fighting for the same space, maybe, and
and Kyle gets spun, and the 2 is gonna have absolutely nowhere to go.
Oh my
God! See him. Kyle's gonna get stuck in the wall. And
we saw that a lot where cars would get stuck in the wall.
Out of the 78 into the my gosh!
Legends involved. Commander Brick. Nickname
is involved. Dudes Castroneves, the Fantona.
Zach Armstrong.
I wouldn't expect to see like barrel rolls down the backstretch in Phoenix. Let's see how it happened. So you see Commander Brick back up into the field.
That's Zach. We didn't even see Zach there the first time.
Hard hit. NASCAR fanatic.
Over. And oh my gosh. Just kind of uses a ramp on the wall, and that's NR 2003 physics for you.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of good cars out of this race now.
But what a vicious wreck down the backstretch.
I think that means this is a lucky break for both the 56
and
the
involved.
Well, I think the 97 is going to get the free pass here.
That's Landon.
Yeah, Landon. I think Landon actually got through there, but
but had a hard hit to the door.
Yeah, he got hit in the door really hard. So we'll take a few onboards here, starting with the 2.
Yeah, I mean you just can't really see where Kyle was. I mean you could tell he was trying to get past it, but
I guess he just couldn't see the smoke, or he had another car ahead of him.
Couldn't see past the car in front of him. That's what I think.
Just nowhere for Brick to go.
This is.
And back up across the track. Oh my gosh.
I can say that's the scariest view as a driver when you're backwards and everybody else is speeding towards you.
And the 68.
They didn't see Zach there the first few times.
There's nowhere to go. When you're in the back, a pileup like this happens, it's really hard to avoid it.
Oh, that just looks scary for the 78.
Yeah, but we've seen Quad Kid Boy be involved. We've seen Quad Kid Boy be involved in some big crashes in the past, but this might be at the top of the list right here.
Yeah, I don't think we expected to see him flipping at a.
We're right on board with Landon. Oh my gosh.
I don't think we expect to see Quad Pit Boy flipping at a Phoenix.
I
Let's
don't
see.
think
That's
anybody
right.
expected that.
That's right on board with the 77. I know she got through it. She might have a good on board of this.
Of course, her team owner, that was the first one to spin.
Oh
Man, oh my God, it was close.
Sure. What
Others
a
that
great
got by
job.
it, Patrick
Two-time
Miller
champ.
was
Great
right
job.
behind that blue car.
yeah,
Delivered.
see, he just parted for Jessica right there. I think you're gonna start seeing the.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the race. You're gonna start seeing the guys taking some strategy calls. See this 45 looks like he's the only
Fanatic.
car out.
That
But
might be a good call. Oh, that's
I mean,
quadruped.
but
remember what happened to what Neon Rider did in Shell? How he stayed out on an early caution and just dominated the race.
so it looks like this 56 is being scored the first car a lap down. Well, aside from those guys that just wrecked, the 2, the 10, the 78, and whatnot.
Yeah. This is a huge break for him.
Yeah, that was lucky for him to be out of pit road right when he was. He might have still been getting up to speed. I think there was just a big enough gap between the field and Sean Ard to where it wasn't much of a factor. But I do know that Truex fan after he exited was right behind the pack. But
And then,
Josh fastest off pit road.
Yeah, Josh. Yeah, that 24. I think he might have take 2 tires or.
or fuel only.
A few cars that have kind of gained a little bit. Brandon Beal didn't really gain or lose. I mean, based off of strategy, I know he's down a position, but it's mainly because Quadruped has the strategy to stay out. We'll see if we see another head scratcher.
Deuce Castroneves will continue. Legends as well.
Legends obviate with no hood.
Man, so unfortunate for all those guys.
I mean, that's
And I don't
definitely
think
not what we wanted to see.
I don't think Kyle will be too happy at the 8 after that one.
Yeah.
Not what Monster was intending to do, probably.
Yeah.
He's just trying to fill in.
Typically, he doesn't have uh, malicious ideas on what he wants to do, but that was either a really bad misjudgment or a very blatant wreck.
I see a lot of Pontiacs running inside the top 10. I mean, you have Quad, you have Lynn, and you have Arthur back in 8th.
And I believe those were all on based on strategy calls. Oh, I gotta add another pace lap because I gotta get True expand the wave around here.
Oh yeah.
And
And
Joe Kwon.
it doesn't say he was the free pass, but he was the free pass when they came across the line.
Yeah, Joe Kwon will not get any waiver on because he pitted under that caution.
Yeah.
Well, they all
Well, no, he
did,
pitted
but
under green.
Yeah,
So did
and
Truex
under
fans.
caution.
That's why
Well,
was
he
a
won't
lap
get
down.
anything with it.
But I think Joe Kwan is praying for a caution now. But he's praying that he isn't the caution.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll go green next time by. It'll be Quadruped leading the field. First time Pontiacs led the field today.
Pontiac has seemed to have a really good cars all weekend.
I mean, they've seemed to have good speed all throughout the season, just not really able to get in those finishes.
And so the lappers will move out of the way for the 56 here.
And the 63.
Actually, Sean's 2 laps. Oh, wait, never mind. He's a lap down. So Truexpan's going to have to come all the way from the back to try and go back up to the front. We'll have to see how it happens here for him. So now it's between Roquan and Sean for the free pass spot.
I think if anybody
sure.
can make up all that time, it will be the 56. He's a veteran. He knows how to get his way to the front. We've seen it before.
And he's got a fast car. And his car is pretty fast. I mean, he qualified outside pole.
Into the restart zone. We're back underway yet again. And look at the restart by that 24 of Josh. He is clearing way out in front of the rest of this field. That's going to stack up the inside line as here comes the 19 looking for a way.
Yeah, and that was a monster restart by the 24. And as you can see, he is just a rocket ship now. Whatever adjustment was made to that car, it paid off.
Quadruped will settle into second. How does not taking tires affect him in the longer run?
We'll see, because, I mean, we've seen after yesterday, no tires really just affects you on the long run. Early on, it's not that big of a deal, but once you get into about 10 laps into the run, you need to be more conservative with whatever moves you make.
Look at the speed out of the 19 of Ebenezer. He's going to get crossed up by the 45, though.
Yeah, can Quadruped get there, though? Can he pass him?
We haven't talked much about Ebenezer all year, but he's kind of ran all right.
A few drivers that have had kind of quiet seasons are up front. I don't think we've talked much about Josh. He's leading the race.
Josh currently in 12th in points.
It's a really good run.
Quietly consistent.
Last season was pretty bad for him. Now trying to kind of have a comeback season in the 24. But he's got some pressure from the 19 right now.
Want to know who I just saw peek into the top 10? Is the 90 of the current short track king, Matthew Hill.
Yep. Rockingham earlier this season.
Yep. So yeah, lots of racing here at Phoenix. That's really nice to see, considering the track that was so kind of frowned on before for not having a lot of passing. But look at this 19. Oh, he's going to get tight right behind the 24 here.
We might have 3 wide on our hands, boys.
Oh, Brandon Beal is hanging right on the corner panel of his teammate. Monsters on the inside trying to make up spots.
Nicky's going to block him.
Oh, Beal's way up the racetrack.
Yeah, falling back.
Monster had a really bad show race. He's trying to make up for it here in the Fanta Cup race.
Yeah, he's obviously one of the.
For a way
around
the four.
Monster's one of those drivers who's kind of hard on himself when he loses. You know, he definitely was not happy after the last race for the Shell Series. So I mean, a good run here is really going to improve his morale.
Anyway, 9 to the lead. And he had to do it the hard way, trying to get around the 24 of Josh, and he indeed stood up to the challenge.
And in 4th, you have Nicky. He's had a really bad season. His best finish all year is around 13th.
Yeah, I mean, this guy had 2 wins last year at Auto Club and Darlington. So really, I mean, he missed the chase, but if he gets consistent, you know, that's when he starts, you know, being a threat. But I think it was his inconsistency last year that kind of threw him out of chase contention. Got to see what the difference is he's up the racetrack here.
Of course, he's in his sophomore season now, so, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how he does in his second year.
But look at who's right behind him, that 8 of Monster, who's been rattling everybody's cage pretty much. Oh, wow, burned way up the racetrack.
What a save.
Not sure if there was contact right there, and watched out by Matthew Hill.
That was close.
Yeah, I got to look at that one more time because Byrne went way up the racetrack. May have been some contact.
I'm set 22 is Slick Slam.
Oh, there was contact.
yeah.
Byrne got into the right rear with his left front. That sent him way up the hill.
That was a pair of 2 good saves.
So now Quadruped is kind of leading this line of cars. Ebenezer is pulling away. Remember, this is exactly what we saw of Neon Rider yesterday. Got to see if the 87 can get around the 45.
45 is acting like Dodge Full Artist the way he's holding off the whole field.
Yeah.
And Bill's trying to get a spot on the Ada Monster here.
Yeah, button heads a little bit.
Maybe those two teammates.
Maybe they work together. Who knows?
In turn 3, see the 87 still stuck behind the 45. You got to wonder if Brandon Beal might get impatient right here, take the run, try and get around his teammate. Oh, Beal way up the.
Beal, I think, did the same thing.
He might have hit Nicky.
There's the 87. He's looking to the inside. Quadruped's still shutting the door. Once again.
Just like Dodge Full Artist yesterday.
Yeah, I think the 45 definitely saw what the 76 was doing yesterday. They drew up this plan. See if they can make it work. And right now it's working so far.
Oh yeah, it's definitely really working.
She's kind of stacking these guys up just a little bit.
You know how we're talking about Slick Flame? You know, this is his rookie year, and we have another rookie inside the top 10. Giuseppe running 8th right now.
Yeah.
A great run.
Monster has a lot of momentum. That's going to allow the 22 to drive right by him. And now 74 right on his outside. He might get the move done. We've seen some outside passes happen before. It looks like the 74 will add himself to that list. Will he? Not quite just yet. They're still side by side down to turn 1.
And it looked like the 90 got a little bit loose. Going to lose a position to Byrne.
Yeah, watch this 26 of Byron fan. He's going to the inside, but he lost a lot of momentum. Beal's now going to the outside of his teammate Nicky.
Byron fan has really been working his way up front. I've seen him. He's making up passes, going to the front.
Yep, just going one by one as these guys struggle to get around the 45. Yeah, you can just see how much the 45 is just bunching everybody up.
And you can
hard
in the wall.
Josh, we were just talking about him, how he's 12th in points and having a great season. And he got turned off the corner and hard into the inside wall. Kept the car going. Gonna have to take another look at that one.
I'm sure he's probably going to head his way onto pit road.
We'll see. He's getting rattled up still. Let's go back a lap. Looks like it may have been contact. You see the 44 right behind.
Had to have been. I mean, that was a hard hit.
And
about 13.
And you saw that was exactly the same way Kyle got turned. And, man, that was a big slap into the wall for Josh. Driver's side hit.
Still going, though.
Gonna have to see how that
the next stop.
You're gonna have to see how the team's gonna work their way around that damage there. Here's Beal looking to the inside of the 87. I think Beal might be
there might be a little bit of a team conversation. If you can't get around him, I'll try myself.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
look at the lead that the night. I mean, the 19 has already extended his lead to about 1.5 seconds on these guys.
They've allowed him to get such a big lead all of a sudden because of this 45 right here.
Yeah. Quadruped not doing anybody any favors.
Look at the 22. He's got to run the 37 here. Oh, yeah, here's Beal with a big run on the 45. He's going to go by him right here. He has to.
I think he wants to save it, though. I think he wants to save trying to get a run for the next set of corners. But you can see that block, and he gets kind of tight there.
I don't know why the Beal didn't take that move. He's still losing so much time behind the 45.
I mean, I would say you really haven't been able to. We haven't really seen drivers able to like clear the car they're trying to pass in 1 and 2. Only in 3 and 4. I mean, we've seen passes get set up there, but this might be the chance. No. Almost back behind.
Oh, and he's up the track, too.
Oh, yeah. It's like they lost some time to Ebenezer that time. Went from 1.3 to 38 to 1.44.
I think Brandon's about to start getting very impatient, especially now that he has Slick's Flame on his inside.
Well, he's going to get the run and get the position off the corner. I think Beal just has to build up a big run like he's doing right now off of 4.
I think he's got to build up a run off of 2, and then he's got to just make a late dive into turn 3.
Oh, there's 3 wide right there. Giuseppe made a late dive on both the 87 and the 26, and he's going to make that move stick, possibly. Oh, my goodness, almost contact.
That was close, but he's going to be not able to get or stay beside him. Just kind of run dies off.
The rookie's really flexing some muscle here early at Phoenix.
Yeah, and we saw the same thing last season where we had almost every rookie have a win.
Oh, Giuseppe pushes the 8 up the racetrack. That might be in some vengeance for his teammate. Remember how Monster, willingly spun the 10 down the back straightaway.
Yep.
Well, this
Beal's back to the inside of Slick's Flame.
This battle's not over yet.
I mean, I don't think they should be battling too hard right now. They're just letting Ebenezer run.
The 45's actually kind of gaining some time each and every lap now.
I think it might be because he has everybody kind of trying to push him to do better.
45 will definitely have to pit them before the rest of these leaders do.
Yeah.
And who knows, that might either help him take the lead early and do what kind of Moff did a few weeks ago, or it'll hurt him and he'll just, run mid-pack or run about where he is and just hold up the field.
I mean, there will certainly will be an undercut.
Oh, look at this run Beal has now.
He's got to take it here. If he doesn't, then I don't know where he'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to look to the inside in the corner. Oh, and he's going to push him up the racetrack. Does he have enough of a run to carry the momentum?
He's got
Slick Flame.
There we go.
He's inside.
Planning.
This might work.
Fast car.
Side by side for a second. This should be an easy move for the 37, and it is. There goes Brandon Beal into P2, and now he's unleashed into the clean air, and now gonna try and have a shot at gaining the lead from the 19.
Which is exactly what we saw yesterday when we saw one car actually able to pass the 76 of Dodge Full Artist. He started chasing him down.
But is it too late here? Because pit stop should be coming up here in about the next 4 or 5 laps-ish.
Yeah, pit stop
give or
strategies
take.
Are about 40, 45 laps.
I think if they're going to try and make a run at the 19 now, it has to be on pit strategy.
Yeah.
They have to, undercut.
Agree.
Yeah, trying to replicate what his teammate did. Can he get there?
Using the dog leg. See the 26 maybe take it 3 wide. He's not going to do it.
He's going to push the 87.
Maybe using that apron trying to get some ground here. Waterford, like Dodgeful Artist yesterday, is keeping. He's holding his ground. I mean, not
Yeah,
76 did it, but still.
I mean, you can respect it though. I mean, they're paid to race.
it was a good strategy call to give him the track position he needed for a good points day.
Oh, multiple cars up the racetrack. 45's coming to pit road, and everybody stacks up.
Yep, and that's gonna be the first stop of this strategy of this
So
run.
you can run about 42 laps on fuel. So we should see the leaders coming in about 6 laps.
Give or take.
Give or take is correct, as Beal is still kind of reeling in this 19. You got a lapper right here. This is a 30.
Yeah, nickname involved in that big one.
Ebenezer still with a 1.4 second gap.
See if Beal picks up anything on this next lap here. Oh, he loses time.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, but the 19 has the lapper of Nickname to deal with now. Nickname's kind of holding his ground off, too. That's going to cost him some time for the 19.
Which is what Brandon wants to see, but he also hopes that Nickname doesn't hold him up.
Yeah.
The Ford brethren here might work together.
Not only Ford Alliance, those teams are allianced.
Yeah,
Interstate Racing, Interstate and Hill Solar, they are, or Empire State and Hill Solar, they are aligned.
Yeah, that picked up about 2/10 right there.
Yeah, that gave Beal about a 10th and a half.
Can he get around the 30? He's certainly faster.
I think he's gonna.
Oh, he's still gaining time.
Quickly got around.
Another 2/10. He's gonna be right there when they make pit stops. Should see them coming in shortly here.
It's gonna be very interesting to see how much pace this 37 has before we get to pit stops. We gotta wonder where the 45 is, because now he's on the racetrack. He should gain the lead once these guys pit, but he'll be on way older tires by the time that they.
He'll be a ton slower after that.
Yeah.
They've lost about 2 seconds on fall off now.
Should be coming in about either this time or next time.
Next couple of laps, we'll see pit road get real busy.
If my calculations are correct.
As Beal gets within a second. Ebenezer's pitting. Brandon stays out.
Who else pits with the 37?
Nicky
The
stays
90.
out. Hill's the first one to go in with him. Does that help?
I don't know. I mean, Hill's all the way back there in 6th spot, about 4 seconds back. Got a lot of cars in this time.
There's the 5 of Legends. That's a lap machine. We'll see if I don't think he's going to be a factor. I think Beal's pitting anyway.
Yeah, Beal's going in. You can tell.
87
Nicky
staying
stays out. I don't know about that.
25 comes in.
Maybe Nicky wants to lead a lap, get some extra points.
But now, where is the 45 of Quadruped?
It's Giuseppe, so I believe.
There he is, turn 4.
It's interesting to see the call that Jimmy Finning made with the 87 car. See if that does anything.
There's a 74 as well.
A lot of Pontiacs on that cycle.
Some of these guys have their pit stalls way further down on pit road.
Beal had to wait a little bit for fuel.
Yeah, I think all these guys are kind of waiting for fuel. 25 waited on fuel a little bit. So I wonder where these guys will
Has Nicky
end up.
pitted yet?
I think, yeah, he has. He has to have.
Yeah, had to be probably in this
Yeah,
group.
there he is.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was only asking because he was still counted as the leader. I was like, he had to have.
And I think the 45 is going to be score the leader, and I believe he will be leading, but
He'll be
way
he'll
over.
be up about 5 seconds over his Pontiac brethren Giuseppe.
Yeah, how big will the gap be generally? I mean, we'll have to wait for everything to cycle through, but...
Oh my gosh, the 19 got the pit stop glitch.
Oh!
No way.
And
That's a
heartbreak.
heartbreak for the tough luck for the 19.
The 74 made a huge gain.
I think he pitted with the 45. Had a couple Pontiacs come down. I saw the 47 out there with him.
So the effective leader with that strategy, because the 45 is kind of off, but with that strategy, I think the 37 is going to be the effective leader.
Yeah, 37.90. Two cars that
But
kind of
wow,
led a ton of laps last week.
what a huge misfortune for the 19 there.
Let's see if Beal can get with that 45. I mean, Beal would be the leader once these guys make pit stops here.
And you know
But let's
Beal's
see if
because he just set his fastest lap of the day.
Yeah. Not only
Which
that,
is,
he wants to be the first driver of the
Wow.
season
Yeah.
to win 2 in a row.
look at how much time he's getting the 74 there.
A ton. I think he's way faster.
I think the 74 might force him to the outside here.
the 34 is on like
Yeah. I think he's saying if you're going to pass me, you have to work.
hours on.
Yeah, because remember, look who's in the lead, another Pontiac. These guys might be working together to try and hold this 37 off.
Yeah, because they know that he's got a fast car. But in between the 37 and the 90, two Fords, there's another Pontiac.
That's Zevel in the 47 that you mentioned.
Yeah.
And then see what Wendy Dave we can hold us. And
There's the 45. I think he's dealing with some lap traffic right now.
Yeah. And they were battling, too.
Yeah. So that's going to give a lot of time to the 74 and 37.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's the 45 in control of this race now. And Beal is having a hard time getting around his allied teammate. Until now, I guess.
Yeah, he's
And
there.
He's gonna to the inside.
Oh.
Big move. I think Beal
forced
is
his way down there.
Yeah, I think he's being extra aggressive because he knows he's faster than the 74. And that was his only shot.
But now he's got to clear him in this set of corners.
Yeah, Giuseppe's not going to
feel like he can do that.
make it easy for him.
He got it.
Well, but Beal got it.
Giuseppe, the highest running rookie today.
Yep,
Will be a great. And Dodge and Slick Flame fell out of the top 10 with that round of pit stops.
Yep. P11 right now.
But
Still not bad.
Giuseppe having probably what might be something that can turn that team around. I mean, I wouldn't say JBR has had the best of seasons, but
Not to start at least. Still a long way to go, but
come
still.
back, especially with a run like this.
I mean, all Pontiacs. I mean, first year for Pontiac, this would be a great run. We can get all three of the top 5 are Pontiacs here.
I mean, it's no question the best Pontiac this season's been Zevel for sure.
Yeah, and Zevel's having another good run here. P5 for the 47.
Good pit strategy. Pitted with quadruped and the 74. Pitted with them both.
But how about Giuseppe? He looks like he's kind of holding with the 37 right here. Not really losing much time on him.
He might be trying to stay behind the 37 because he knows he's a faster car. Try to imitate his laps.
How about Hill Solar Racing? They're just having an amazing day in general. You got Brandon Beal P2, Matthew Hill running fourth, and Nikki running
Nikki's
fifth right now.
Yeah.
Nikki's been up front. The only Hill Solar Racing car we haven't seen is Patrick Miller.
And Patrick is well,
Not
not
having a
doing
good day.
23rd, yeah, 23rd.
At least not right now. It's still a long way to go. Anything can happen.
This would be an incredible day for Pontiacs. Really show everyone that, hey, we can run in this series. We belong here.
Yeah.
See the 45 frame up there. Here's the deal. He's going to try and pick off one of the lap cars. This is the 18.
It's Fantona 500 winner Dudes Castroneves. Got caught up in that lap 11 wreck and just hasn't had any speed since.
Yeah. Lost the hood on that car and just can't do anything with it.
But how about Josh? Look at him. He's trying to rattle the 45's cage a little bit. He might want his lap back, and that's exactly what Brandon Beal needs right now. He's saying, he wants the 24 to get around him right now.
He wants the 24 to fight with him. Because look at how much he's gained.
Oh, he just gained 3/10 right there off of that.
I mean, when he was fighting for with the 74 at first, they were about 3.5 seconds back. Gained about 2 seconds so far. And he likes what he's seeing out of his windshield.
And here's the move.
That's what Beal likes.
He is loving what he's seeing out of the windshield right now. I mean, he's within a second now.
No, 45's going to come back in line, but yeah, that cost him a lot of time. And yes, Beal is within 1 second of the leader.
I mean, Giuseppe's also picking up time too.
Yeah. I mean, Giuseppe lost a little bit of time from Dudes, but I don't think that's going to be too much of a factor for Giuseppe, because I think he's been starting to kind of imitate what Beal's been doing, and you can see he's kind of keeping that gap.
Another 4/10 right there.
He's right on him.
We've been talking about Monster. That's a Outlaw Mark Enterprises car. How about a co-owner of that running ninth is Mark himself. Back to back Daytona 500 winners a couple years back after Dudes broke that streak, but Mark having a quiet
inside. Not gonna work out.
No, wait, he might have a run. Nope. Not now.
Nope. But yeah, back to Outlaw Mark Enterprises. I mean, they started off their season with what they thought was a complete nightmare. I mean, Outlaw injured. Now they have Monster in the 8. But the deal is, if he can make it close enough to the chase, he's going to finish out the season. As you see the battle happening in front of us, that's Brandon Beal trying to get around Quadruped.
Beal tried to do the little bumping around the 45, and that didn't work, and now he's up the track.
Yeah, not Giuseppe's catching him too.
I think he knows that the 74 is gaining on him, so he's got to get around the 45.
I mean, Beal's for the whole race he's been biding his time, but I think he's got to do something soon. There he goes. Let's see if this one works.
I think Quadruped's gonna have the run.
Yep.
Outside lane always gets the run on exits.
And Giuseppe is right there.
I mean, Brandon's got to get there at the perfect time. He's almost got to force it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna move
another back of the 45. Dude, he doesn't turn 3. Look at them. Bumper to bumper to bumper off of turn 4, and Beal checks up.
Might give a run to Giuseppe right here.
But I think that was smart to check up.
And this is halfway right here, so this is a huge lap that Beal needs to lead, and he's going
to the inside. He might have enough of a run. He might be there.
This is the perfect time to make the move because now we're approaching the halfway lap, and Quadruped's going to lose it, and Brandon Beal now has the lead as we come across the line to take halfway.
What a time to make the pass.
What a beautiful move from the 37 of Beal.
Now he's going to try to ride off into the sunset.
Look at Giuseppe right on that back bumper.
But look who's starting to reel in that pack of 3 cars.
Matthew Hill in the 90.
Teammate. Maybe that's why Giuseppe was trying to pick up the pace more.
Yeah, that 90's also really fast.
And he's also got a slick-looking paint scheme, so I think that has to do something with it.
I feel like the determination to win in a new paint scheme is like, I think that's what drives you to win races.
Because we see two new paint schemes kind of
Up
running
in
top 5.
Then you got another new paint scheme up in the two other new paint schemes in the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Giuseppe finally going for the move on the 45? Let's see if he makes it work.
Or Matthew Hill could take things 3 wide if he gets enough of a run.
Giuseppe's going to dive low. And I think he's going to get him off 4. Look at Matthew. He's right there.
He's ready to pounce.
I think these Pontiacs, though, I think we're going to start to see him pit again.
Oh, look,
getting close to it.
Matthew was not taking that block right there from the 45.
We know he's not. We know he's not scared to ruffle a few feathers.
I think the Pontiac should be coming in about lap 94.
Yeah,
if I do my math right.
Which means about 10 laps later, the rest of the field would be making their stop.
And Beal has gone around nickname again.
Maybe not.
Seems like nickname's just playing it easy now.
Looks like everyone's gaining up on Quadruped.
Yeah, I think that's what you would have expected there. Now Matthew Hill, if he can get around the 74, it'll be a Hill Solar Racing 1-2.
We know he wants to do that.
It'll be tough though.
He would love to see it.
It'll be tough though. That 74 has looked good all race long.
Let's talk about another person that's been very quiet tonight. How about the 75 of Moff? He's been kind of behind the P8 the whole time, or just a lower top 10.
And he quietly got into the top 10.
Kind of just inside the top 15. Had a good pit stop. Look where he is now. Perfect position to take.
He started near the rear, but he's definitely kind of showing that he's got a fast car.
See Ebenezer right there, finally back on track. 4 laps down is the 19.
Tough break for the 19. It was looking like he could win this race, and this wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, just bad luck. That's plain and simple.
Yeah. It's one of those things you never want to run into that.
Liam Moff taking another position. Oh, never mind. Nicky was going for the position on him, actually.
It's not going to work out. I think Moff is saying, you want to get past me on the outside.
Yeah, but Nicky's got to get down because look where the lapper is. Right on that outside. Moff's going to throw the... Oh, Quadruped's coming to pit road now.
Which means in about 10 laps, give or take, we'll see the rest of the cars pitting.
Yep.
I think we can probably see one more stop for Quadruped and the other Pontiacs. It means these Pontiacs should be running low. Should come in soon.
I think Matthew's just going to let the 19 go.
Yeah, he knows the 19's got a fast car. It's not worth fighting.
And he's also 4 laps down. So, new top 3, 37, 74, 90. But remember how he thought the 19 was in control of the race? Now I think the 37's in control of the race until, the 45 makes his pit stop, and he's out of pit road now. Got to watch out for the leaders right here.
He'll be out just in time.
I think he'll be out in front of the 5, and he will.
Yeah. And even if Legends got around him, he would have quickly found his way around Legends.
So yeah, that means that Quadruped can make it the rest of the way on one more stop.
Which means the rest of the field would also be able to on this next stop.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, because they're going to pit around 97.
Yep.
For a way around the 74.
Surprised we haven't seen the 74 or the 47 on pit road yet. I think they pitted
with the bulk of the field.
Yeah.
I thought they were on pit road with the 45. That's how they got track position, but it's very, very possible.
I think the 74 definitely undercut, but I don't think he undercut as much as the 45.
Yeah, I think he pitted around the time the night or the first one to hit on that first cycle did.
He and Zevel, I think, were the first ones on pit road about with the 45 quadruped.
There's a 5 on pit road.
If so, then they're changing up a little bit of the strategy.
Must have saved a little bit on that run.
25's entered into the top 10.
Haven't talked about him much all day, but you see more pit stops. Giuseppe, Zevel.
Mark is on pit road.
Kenyon.
Craig Popris, Kenyon.
Molina was on.
Now, I think Beal's going to stay out yet another lap.
Yeah, that's what he did last run. I don't know if it works out this time, but...
Oh, he's going to stay out again. Big call.
About what he did last time. Did the 90 pit?
Think about...
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Believe you can go about 40 to 45 laps on a tank of fuel.
So
that
might be a little bit of fuel saving.
This group's led by Matthew, Monster, Thunder, and other guys coming on pit road.
Gaming Freak, Hector.
To kind of talk about how Thunder's race has gone, I mean, he's been around top 15, just haven't really been up to top 10. His season, I don't know. It's kind of, I mean, he's got to win, but probably wants it better.
Bad luck. Had some bad luck in Texas with the penalty after just getting the free pass. Finished 20th, but still a solid season for the 25. Got a win, getting a win early in the season. That's all. That's always the benchmark you want to set.
That's all you want.
Also had a shot at. Also led the most laps at the Fantona 500 and didn't go his way.
And they'll come out of pit road.
We'll see if he can kind of rebound.
See if he can get around the 91 here. He's going to stay in front of the 91.
He's going to cut right in front of him.
So now the leader will be Quadruped yet again, but now how long does that last?
Beal was just exiting pit road.
Oh, could he get around the... No. I had a shot at getting around the 74 there. That would have been huge if he could.
Might have learned his lesson. Hit a little bit earlier. But, I mean, he's going to be probably most full of fuel.
If you aren't named Quadruped, you could probably go till about lap. All right, let me do the calculations real quick. I'll get back to you.
I'd assume maybe like 145.
17. Got about 137.
Oh,
133 to 137.
They'll be needing to make a splash of fuel at least.
So Quadruped has officially scored the leader. And he's got
even bigger gap.
Oh boy, Sean might be holding up the 45 just a little bit.
Pretty gap.
Man, he was kind of struggling. He's kind of struggling to get around the 97. Now he's going to clear him. Lost a couple tenths.
Now Sean comes to pit road after that.
A couple tenths might not seem like a lot, but it is a lot.
You know, Quadruped, remember how we were talking about him, still looking for that first career win. You know, there's a lot of instances where he should have won, you know, last season. But what a day it would be if he could finally get it done.
He kept coming so close.
Oh, boy. That's the 12 trying to get on pit road. Beal's going to go up the track, try to avoid him.
Probably the
Gonna
smartest
hold
move.
up Beal here.
I'd say Beal probably noticed he was pitting. Going up the track was the smartest idea to not hit him. Might lose a little bit of time to the 74.
56 to go. 3 seconds, almost 4, is the gap that the 74 has to chase. But will it be the 74 or will it be the 37? I think the 37 definitely has a stronger car. But how fast can the 37 dispose of Giuseppe?
Yeah. I mean, he might have to do the move where he moved. Do the move like what he did to the 45. Bump him out of the way.
Open your own, baby. Personal style.
I mean, it is a short track after all.
There he is, trying to get a run off of 4. Got a little bit of a run off of 4. I don't think it's going to be enough to dive to the inside in turn 1.
I feel like his best corner is turn 4. He's running a little bit higher. Does that mean he gets a run?
I'm not sure. No, it didn't look like it really did anything there.
Try to do the triangle way, I believe. Get that wide entry.
Try to diamond the corner.
That's what that term is.
Enter low, go high in the middle, and exit low. Looks like that's what he's doing.
Trying to do now.
Trying to find where he can get a run off the corner.
Just doesn't seem like he's able to get that.
He's trying to set up a pass for 3 and 4.
I think Beal, his strongest like spot where he can pursue is off of turn 4. I think he will actually.
Oh yeah.
Too, but
I've
been getting runs. He just hasn't been able to take them.
Yeah, I think on the exit of 2 and 4, he's really able to get runs off there.
He's really good at corner exit.
But Giuseppe is also, this isn't, I mean, it's kind of holding up the 37, but it's not really, because look at the 74. He's gaining on the 37 no matter if he's holding them up.
And I think it's because Brandon Beal's pushing him to do better. I mean, you see,
picked up about 2 tenths.
You see sometimes when drivers start battling, the car in front will start gaining on the car in front of them because they're trying so hard to hit their marks to stay in front of the car trying to pass them.
Oh, here we go. Big run for the 37 right here.
This might be the move.
Looks to the inside, blocked. Will he try the apron? No.
He got into him a little.
Quadruped's also battling with a few lappers up there ahead of him.
Yeah, he was battling with Josh and Nickname.
Yeah, Josh caused a lot of problems with his 45 last time.
I think it was just bad timing to get into. Or to get up to Nickname. Nickname hasn't really put up much of a fight, but Josh, he's been putting up a lot of a fight.
So I think they'll have one more pit stop to go.
Just before the end of like a 20-lap run to the end.
About lap. Well, for Quadruped, I believe it would be about a 30-lap run.
Hitting around 10 earlier.
Yeah, about 7:10. Makes good use out of them tires though. I mean, he gets about good lead.
His best part about Beal might be making the move.
Yep, Josh goes, unlaps himself. Quadruped up the racetrack.
Oh,
how many problems did that cause? 45.
Oh
my God, 5 tenths was eaten.
Half a second. Here comes.
Oh, caution! Yellow's out.
Oh.
Trying to 44
Hector Daniel.
Oh, he was having
from bad to worse.
He was having a good day too. tough break for the 44.
But this changes everything,
How does this
folks.
affect strategy? Because
Oh,
we
you
had
see
cars
the
on pit road.
yeah, you see the 45 on pit road.
Nicky's on pit road.
Zevel?
Some of these guys stayed out.
A lot of them stayed
I,
out. I don't know
I
about
surprised.
that. Because I feel like you could have
I
been close to the end.
no, I think you still would have needed one more stop. Just takes about 40 laps here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd have about 46. They'd have to stretch it out a little bit.
Well, let's check and see what happened to the 44 to bring us under this yellow.
Might have gotten into Nicky. Or Nicky might
Yeah,
have
just
gotten him.
Looks like
third.
yes, it was contact with the 87 there.
Oh.
But yeah, third.
Oh, into
Hector
Oh, slick
Oh,
swing. Oh,
slick.
that's a hard hit.
hard hits into the wall, and lucky no one else clobbered into them.
Patrick was really close to getting into both of them.
But wow, hard hit for the 44 into the wall.
Hector Daniel was having such a good day, running 12th.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
All for naught.
Nicky on the apron. I don't know. Did Hector Daniel try to block? Or was that just the apron?
I think the 87 was already into him way
Yeah.
before the 44 could do anything. But wow, this takes out two really good cars today.
Slick Flame.
Yeah, Slick Flame had nowhere to go. Just a victim.
We'll ride board with Hector.
Might not have known he was down there.
Maybe miscommunication by the spotter, possibly.
All right, who's the first one to lock down? Who gets the free pass under this car?
Pendre both kind of were inches away from Slick Flame.
It's the 63. That's what's scoring. And the 30, I think he was about to get lapped, so he's going to get the wave around if these guys don't pit. Which I don't believe they are.
I mean, I don't know. Would you pit and save fuel to start off the run?
I'm not sure. I don't know if you can make it on gas anyway.
I mean,
I think you need to go.
You'd be on fumes. I mean, we've seen some crazy stretches on fuel.
I think you need to be about lap 116 to really feel good about it.
Yeah.
So the 30 will get the wave around. The 63 will get the free pass.
It's another
good luck for Landon there after having a little bit of bad luck.
Another situation for Joe Kwan, our pole sitter, who just second car lap down, can't get his lap back.
There's Hector coming off pit road. So this is going to shake up a lot of things. Going to be fuel mileage, I believe.
This is
I mean,
what we expected out of this race going into it, but look here. I mean, we might have Brandon Beal in the lead.
Yeah, Brandon Beal.
Given if the outside lane,
I think it's
up good.
But Wano will be really I think a very dramatic possibility in this restart is if one of the leaders gets too aggressive and they go into the wall, but we'll see.
Well, we've seen how chaotic restarts are here.
And we'll go green this lap. So only time will tell.
Just quiet, right? And a couple guys back there were just for the first time running a run. Came back and it's kind of two quiet runs. Those two guys.
Outlaw making his first appearance in the top 5. We haven't really talked about him much all season.
You mean Monster?
No. No, I'm Outlaw.
Yeah.
I meant to say
Eighth.
Mark.
Oh, you
Oopsie.
said Outlaw.
I know.
Oh.
But
My bad.
you're good. But anywho.
Okay.
Green flag.
Restart here.
Gonna
Brandon
be
had a good
interesting to see what
restart,
happens
but
with this restart
Josefi
right
kind of
here.
equals it out after the dog leg.
Side by side through 1 and 2.
But I think the outside lane's gonna get the run.
Let's see, they're still side by side for the lead. Giuseppe and Beal. Who gets the point?
Man, I think Hill wishes he could go up and help his teammate, but he really does not want to lose all that position on the top lane.
Oh, he's clear.
Yeah, Hill's clear. Let's see what he does. He might go 3 wide, take this thing all for himself. Beal's still fighting on the outside.
I think Giuseppe is Giuseppe clear right here, or is he?
No,
No, he's
no, they're still right
side by side.
Like,
Beal's got to get. He got a really bad exit.
He had a run in the corner though.
74 got tight.
Look at Hill with trying to make a big dive into the corner.
Oh, he's gonna force him up the track.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna work though. Unfortunately for Matthew, he's gonna have to stick behind the 74.
I don't think he's gonna stick there for long.
You see the OME cars side by side. That's Mark and Moser.
OME, every OME car is in the top 10.
Well, except for Joquan.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, we got a spinner in the back. That's Patrick Miller going around.
Oh, upside down.
A huge wreck.
2 weeks in a row with a huge hit. That might have been in the driver's
Pavo, second in points. Pavo's involved.
And
Hector
Landon
Daniel. That's
Landon is good this time. I think this is when the leaders come down to pit road, like you said, and yes, they are.
Yep.
But
they can make it now.
Have to. This is nickname is involved.
Let's see. It all started up here with Patrick Miller.
Oh,
it looks like it was attack from Zevel this time, and right into the wall. And the 98. Oh my god!
Was that driver's side like a hit into the driver's side? That was hard.
I mean, we'll see. But that was incredible impact. Oh, it was
oh man!
Monsters involved. The top. Is that Pavo? Our top 2 in points are involved.
Yeah, Pavo got some damage. The Landon's done. But look at the 81. Just plowing his way. Oh my gosh. Absolutely bulldozed from behind. Got to take some onboard looks from that. And we'll go with the 98.
Wasn't the last caution an HSR car getting into a Pontiac?
Let's check.
Looks like it wasn't that bad of a flip. Might have been just a slow rollover.
Yeah, I mean, just that hit into the driver's side was pretty hard.
Hey, Thunder, check that free pass real quick. Oh, you know.
Hit him at like 130. Oh, and then a hard hit into the rear. And I think that was nickname.
But I think the free pass will go to Joquan. Joquan has the free pass.
Finally, some luck sliding his way.
But every one of the leaders are coming on a pit road.
You can. This is when you can make it.
Let's see who's gonna have the best stop.
I have to wonder about Beal. Would be a crucial. This is a money stop right here.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got to have a good one. 'Cause I think he truly believes he has the car to fight it off.
Definitely has the fastest car.
Oh,
Oh
Nikki with
boy!
a really
Oh, he's
fast
getting
stop.
held up bad.
Brandon has a really
That
bad
Oh
was
my
a
stop.
god!
long stop.
Oh,
Oh, and that's gonna cost him everything. What a
trying to
horrendous stop
pack
for
it
the
full.
37.
And NASCAR fan or Ethan
NASCAR fans
Solar.
leader?
Yeah,
How is he the leader?
I saw him exiting first. I just didn't know if he was actually
How about
exiting.
Jessica?
I
That's her.
I was like, how far
He took
down is his stall?
he took fuel only. That's a
He's
very interesting call.
Wow.
but look who gained. I think Nikki took tires.
Yeah,
How about
Monster.
Jessica in second?
I
Yeah,
think
I
the
think
top 3
This would
took
be a
fuel
great.
only.
this is gonna be very interesting to see how these guys on tires do.
Late in the run, I think those 3 are gonna have a big fall off late in the run.
And Max Molina even has damage.
Yeah, so does the 28 on the left side just a little bit. You know, from that first incident.
Yeah, the 22, 28 and the 65 were our first caution back on lap 5.
Well, how this race is flipped upside down.
Just when we
It
thought
went
Brandon
from
Beal had the fastest car.
yeah, we thought Beal was gonna have this race won, but where is Beal now?
Inside the top 10.
14th.
Oh
Man.
wow!
So
So yeah,
even if those 3 didn't take fuel only, he would have still been outside the top 10.
And Brandon Beal, understandably, is pretty frustrated with his pit crew.
Yeah.
Tough break. I mean, another guy who would be upset with his pit crew is Giuseppe. I mean, he fell all the way back to 10th.
Forgot to give Joquan the free pass.
Yep.
So I added another pace lap. There we go. So there goes Joquan. So we'll be back racing next lap.
We think things are starting to get a little more wild and crazy. What do we think here?
Oh, definitely.
Here's Sean out of his stall. Sean's not had the day he wanted by any means.
If I were anybody in that top 15, back half, top 20, back half of the lead lap, I would be terrified right now. Because things are going to amp up.
Yup. We're going to go green next time. Pace car lights are off. And this is it. Gonna see how many laps do we have left in this one.
About 33? 35? Something like that. 35, yeah. Something like
Yeah, 35 laps to go.
30.
Here we go.
Pace car pulls off.
It's going to be the 28, the leader. And this is going to be a very interesting restart indeed.
Yeah, and don't look far. Yeah. You still have Beal's teammates. They're still in the top 6.
You have to wonder how those 2 cars on the bottom are going to do with a little bit of damage if they...
I mean, a Monster, if you see a Monster, if they get a bad start, Monster can jump out and make a move on him. Green flag.
And they didn't have that good of a restart.
And there goes the 8, like I predicted. And Jessica's going to take the lead.
Last to first.
Could we see another one?
And boy, they're stacking up off the turn 2.
Look at Nicky.
Monster trying to dive to the inside. He's gonna get third.
Here comes his teammate. Teammate in the 3 is coming with him.
What a restart for Monster in the 8.
Yeah, and those cars that restarted on the outside lane, they are not looking too hot right now.
Monster trying to rough up the 28, trying to get that spot. And he's to the inside. He's looking. And Monster with the advantage. If he can get this pass done, he can definitely hunt down the 77 right here.
About Outlaw.
What a resurgence this would be if Monster would come back and win.
Here he comes. He's got Mark, his teammate, right behind him. Now what do they do with Jessica? Moff gets punted at the racetrack. Now Monster's trying to form a run.
The 8 and the 3 are definitely faster than the 77 right now. Just because of that grip.
Here comes the 8. Monster trying to steal the lead. To the inside. And he's done it.
He's got his teammate Mark helping him too.
Monster to the lead with 30 laps left.
Now the 8's praying for no caution. He's hoping it stays green. He's got a fast race car.
And you see Mark in second. And I see you, Outlaw. I know Outlaw's in the audience right now. What
Outlaw is jumping up and down right now.
You can definitely tell he's doing a little happy dance. Right there on the pit box.
That restart in itself just, that just went every single way that the 8 wanted it to.
How about Giuseppe back there in 5th? He's been working his way up since the restart too.
Look at the 25. He's entering his way inside, near this top 5 for the first time.
And here comes
Brandon
Beal.
Beal. He started to make his way back up.
Does he have enough time though? Got plenty of laps left, but does he have the car to even get up to the 8?
I think he'd need another caution.
I think so as well. I don't think there's enough time to get by everybody with just under 30 laps to go.
But certainly a good finish will be a way to cap it off, even though he had a bad stop.
Look at the 37. He's wasting no time with NASCAR fan.
Yeah, with one of his team owners. He's got his other team owner just watching him make that pass.
I think NASCAR fan's just going to let him go. NASCAR fan obviously does not have the car to fight.
He wants his team to help get some points.
Now his sights are set in the 25 in front of him.
Another car that's been working his way up is Quad, that little teal car right behind this group.
And Hill, who fell outside the top 10, he's now back in it.
And about Byron fan and Moff, all these guys are trying to rebound their way inside the top 10.
We have the two owners of HSR kind of butting heads with each other.
See, Moff's going to try and dive 3 wide and his teammate possibly. Can't get the move
better of it.
Now here comes the 74 and 25 trying to get around the 77. Giuseppe up the racetrack. Here comes Thunder.
He's going to take advantage.
That is exactly what Monster wants to see. He wants to see the 74 and the 37 lose time.
Look at the 37. He's right up with this group of cars.
I don't think he wants to see Brandon Beal gaining as much as he is though.
He wants to see Thunder try and hold off the 37 as best he can.
Yeah, but I think Mikey might know that the 37's way faster.
And remember the 25, I think he's trying to get around the 37 or the 77 right now. But Beal just has such a fast car right now.
But you can almost see a little bit of teamwork. Every move that the 37 makes, the 90's trying to replicate it. But I think Brandon has a better car.
How about Beal, though? From 14th to 5th on that restart.
Maybe even 4th. Look at this move.
Kind of shoved, or kind of used the air to move Thunder up the track.
Yeah.
See if Giuseppe goes with him.
This 37 is hauling his way through the field.
He is on rails.
And he can't quite do it.
That's a huge benefactor of what Monster needed right there.
Yeah, he needed Beal to struggle to make this pass.
25 to the inside of the 77.
I'm sure Monster's crew chief, Cliff Daniels, is giving him all the information he needs.
Yeah, but
I
can tell you Greg Zipadelli is trying to keep his driver in the 37 calm over the radio now that he's getting passed.
Yeah, that's huge. That is huge.
Yeah.
And he's going to have Jessica on the outside. Jessica's a way slower car. This is going to hold up Beal. A massive... The 25 into 3rd.
The 74 is into 4th.
Under 20 laps to go.
Monster and Mark continue just to ride up front.
I think it'll take a yellow to see.
Yeah, Beal's still going backwards. This is not good.
Got stuck behind Jessica. Former teammate.
Now Jessica's not doing him any favors.
I don't think they're friends right now.
That might be it for the 37 right there, unless he gets a yellow.
I don't know. Is Jessica trying to help a fellow GM partner?
I mean, I guess the only person she'd be trying to help was the 74, but that's not. 74 is not really going anywhere.
70. I mean, you got 25 and 74 are free.
They are. But are they catching the 3 and the 8?
Let's see how.
Not much.
Slowly, yeah, not much.
Slowly reeling them in. But I don't think Outlaw is gonna just let anybody by. Or not Outlaw, Mark. Why am I messing that up?
Probably because they own the team. But anyway. Oh, the 25 and 74 lost a lot of time there.
I think Giuseppe really wants to get around the 25.
Either you're going to have to push him or really get by him.
That's not how he's going to do it.
No, he needed to get by him right there. He overdrove it.
You need to be on the inside in that corner.
Tried to pull an Austin Dillon, and it did not work.
I think Mark right now, I don't know if he's going to try and make a move on the 8 for the win. I think he's just going to sit behind him as long as his race goes on under green.
Just take the points.
Yeah. Take the constructors' points.
But you know Outlaw is doing a happy dance for his 2 cars.
But you also know he's hungry because he himself has not won since Daytona of last season.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just going to be decided between the Outlaw Mark Enterprises cars.
Yeah, I think time's winding down too much.
We're coming to a 12 to go.
I think the only car that might have had a shot at catching these 2 was Beal, and I think he's too far back now.
Yeah, that's the whole deal with the 77 kind of hindered him there. I think it's just a battle for third for the 37 right now.
That's if he can get up to them.
25 starting to pull away from the 74.
I think Hill might start getting impatient, though.
I think the reason why the 74 is getting pulled away, or the 25 is pulling away from the 74, was because it's that move that Seffi tried to send in like turn 3 a few laps ago. It did not work.
Might have gotten him off of his marks.
It's like Monster's also kind of pulling away from his teammate here.
I think the gap's trying to sort of staying the same.
Yeah, but 10 laps to go. What's going to happen?
10 more times around for the 8.
I think the only way for Monster to not have this win sealed would be a caution.
And it'll be interesting to see if that will be caused, and we can possibly go into a green-white checkered.
Caution would really screw up this finish here. I mean, you just saw how much it did with Beal.
Yeah. But the question is, would they pit? Because you can make it to the end.
I mean, they can make it to the end regardless, so we might see a little bit of split here, split decision if there was a yellow.
I don't know if...
You also got to keep in mind the fact that this track, yeah, it's got some rubber on it, but it's still slick. Yeah. So we might see a lot of tire changes if we do.
You also don't know how much these two cars have been pushing.
8 to go. I think these guys can barely make it. We'll have to see. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure they can make it.
We got
7 to go.
Those caution laps.
Yeah, the cars behind aren't really gaining at all.
Yeah, in fact, they're racing for third now. So I think unless caution comes out, the 8 has this.
Cormetis has kind of changed up his line. I think he's trying to stay in front of Giuseppe.
Yeah, I think he was blocking the bottom. 74's kind of saved up his stuff. Now he's going for the spot in the 25.
3rd through 10th are all kind of in a draft here.
But that could all change because look at that. Brandon Beal now out of line on the top.
Yep.
Beal's been kind of chasing the race car, though, ever since he got out of line with Jessica.
Now, Outlaw's kind of...
Bro.
Looking around. He was looking around, but...
That's not Outlaw.
I said it again. I meant to say Mark.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know why.
Oh, wait a second.
He's going to make a move.
Oh, he's trying.
He's looking. I think he wants to win more.
It could be for the win. What a tense moment right here.
But they got to be careful. I think they have a big enough gap. They can battle.
Oh, he's right there. Here he goes.
He's to the inside.
Here comes
this is
Mark.
For the lead. And the win.
What a Mark. What a power move from the 3.
Oh, Mark had the lift big time. Mark had the lift.
Mark might be able to get him.
This could be huge for the... I mean, this will help that second pad get a little bit closer. They stay side by side.
Mark had to let off again.
Are they? I don't know. They're still side by side.
25 picked up 3/10 that time, but it still might be too late with 3 to go.
This is for the win. Monster gets the drive off the corner. Will he clear the 3? The 3's gonna try and dive it back in, but Monster's clear.
Monster, what a fight off from Monster. Great.
2 to go.
That was some heads-up driving.
That might be all that Mark has right there.
Yeah, we'll see.
He was pinning him down, making Mark get tight. He had to let off.
And next time around, it'll be the white flag for the Ada Monster if he can hold on to it.
I don't think it's over yet.
Oh, yeah. The 3 just got a good exit there. White flag. The teammate trying to battle it out. Here comes the 3.
He's going to get into him.
He's going to look to the inside. There he is.
Here comes, what a move.
One more send for Marky. I think he's too far back now.
What?
It's not going to be enough. And out of turn 4, Monster's going to get the win at Phoenix.
What a battle.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
The Thunder lost 3rd.
What a great restart from those two. Just great job of driving off with it.
And what a finish. I mean, I thought when Mark was kind of back there, I didn't think he was going to try and pass his teammate but for the win, but wow, what a dramatic end to this finish.
Wow.
Monster gets his 8th Fanta Cup Series victory for the first time since 2022. Back in Sonoma of Season 6.
How about some post race interviews? There's monsters in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you can you can take care of that. I'm going to be getting the results and stuff.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
Monster climbing out of the car after returning to the Cup Series, taking over for Outlaw after getting injured. A winner once again in the Fanta Cup Series. What's going on through your mind right now?
Man, I don't know what to think. I mean, Mark was giving me a run for my money. I mean, when I was worried we weren't gonna make it, but when we had that gap and we're getting to the end, I was man, it was a great battle. I mean, we had our moments throughout the race for sure, but still had a top 10 car. I wasn't gonna complain with the result. This goes to show that if we ever have luck on our side, we can actually run good, and today just proves it.
And just one last question. Are you going to be having a good party tonight?
Oh, you know it. I mean, it feels great to be back in victory lane. I mean, Thunder, I see you took my all-time wins record, but I'm going to be coming for that. But this one was for Outlaw. Good job to the team. I want to thank Velvet Sky for being on my car. I want to thank Outlaw for giving me this opportunity. Get well soon, my friend. And yeah, this incredible race team. I can't say anything more than what I've already said.
And that's Monster
Well,
after a huge win. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
And nuts, that's number 8 for the number 8. Win number 8 for the number 8. And yeah, that what dramatic fashion. I mean, gotta feel heartbroken for some guys like Brandon Beal. You know, he had the car to beat in that last bit of the race, but man,
we could talk to Outlaw. He's here too.
oh yeah, I'm sure Outlaw would like to speak with us. Come on up, Outlaw. Oh, I don't know what he's doing. Where is he?
It says invite sent.
Yeah, no. I guess we'll wait for him. Oh, he's not coming up.
All right. Kenyon wants to.
Okay. You want to do that one, Ev?
I can try. I'm not really sure. All right.
Just remember, Kenyon finished 10th.
Kenyon, you just kind of had a quiet day. I mean, you finished top 10. Your show driver Monster gets the win. What are the emotions in your mind right now?
I mean, I'm just happy for him, man. I mean, 8th career win for him. I mean, this is his first win since 2022, back in season 6. So I'm happy for him. And for me personally, I mean, today was okay. I mean, for most of the race, I was running like in the mid pack, like top 20. But then on the second to last restart, I got trapped in the outside lane, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but I fell all the way to the back of the field. Like I was back with the damaged cars before that last wreck happened, and I don't know what it is, but this 15 car just came alive on the final restart. We were able to climb up to 10th, so I was shocked because I dead ass thought that I was going to finish like in 19th or 20th. So, just great day, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So,
but yeah, Kenyon, good result for you, and we'll see you next week.
All right, I'll see y'all later, man.
All right, I'm ending the stream here.
All right. Wait, hold on. One more thing.
What?
Yeah, that'll be it for Phoenix. And where are we going next week?
I can check. We are going.
Auto Club.
Yeah.
That
All
track's
right.
gonna
So,
cook.
yeah, that track is gonna cook. That's a very exciting race. But anyway, yep. We'll see you.